What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gambling Lab brought to you by Bogey Proof. We are back fully recording. Unlike last week, we were all a little bit mobile. We are back and ready to roll for Players Championship Week. TPC Sawgrass, obviously one of the best weeks of the year, borderline fifth major. That can be debated at another time. But I'm ready to roll. We got the full group on tonight. TJ, kick us off with the weather because we got some factors this week, to say the least.
It is. Anytime you see temperatures that are not above 70 down in Florida, it's a little bit of cause for concern, especially this weekend, Thursday through Sunday. The highest temperature is going to be 68 degrees, and that's on Friday. Thursday, Friday, 67, 68. Both days have thunderstorms with wind that can pick up with weather coming around the course. Really humid. Bontaine, I'm sure you can tell us how that affects the ball and ball flight. Saturday, Sunday. Saturday looks like the worst day. 23 mile per hour winds. You got morning rain, wind. It gets better throughout the back end of that day. Thinking about leaderboard, right? Laters go off later, so it could be a little bit better for guys who tee off later. And then Sunday, 50 degrees. What is that? Florida, I don't know. 13-degree mile per hour winds on that day. So wind is on all days. It gets colder as it goes. Interesting weather this week.
That is something. I think Paul can test this too. Coming from Florida like 2 days ago, it's 88 degrees, 85 all weekend. Like that's a big fucking drop in like less than a week. So usually when that happens, it means you got some wind, some rain, you got cold fronts, hot fronts, whatever. You got shit going through. You got atmospheric pressure changes. I'm not a weatherman, but you got shit going on. But.
TJ, just not to leave the weather too early here. Do we know weather for Thursday particularly? Is afternoon
Thursday?
First round leader, baby.
It looks like all day in terms of like chance of rain. There's definitely rain happening, 90%.
Okay.
It's just with thunderstorms, they roll in at their own time. I haven't specifically seen anything. You'd probably be Thursday, or realistically, you probably have to look Wednesday night because they'll lock in by 6:45 in the morning. So,
all right, yeah, I'm gonna have to just scope that out right now.
I mean, when in doubt, though, wind usually is worse as the day goes on. So, if I'm betting, man, I'm leaning towards the morning wave for
morning wave. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Morning wave.
Keep an eye on it, folks. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, look at your morning wave guys for.
Should be a fun week, though. I mean, hey, let's get back after it. And a good performance from the squad last week again, and let's keep it going, huh? We've been good ones. Paulie, no excuses. Find us another first round leader. I don't care if it's a fucking hurricane. You got to find us one. That's the bottom line. Find us a winner, but I mean, they're definitely, the field is so strong. It's fun to be a part. This is a great week, and this is kind of what we've been building towards. And there's some good on really soft major pricing too. Is what you get with the Players Championship. So you're looking at, you go on your DraftKings, your FanDuel, whatever, and you look at Scotty Scheffler like 9,200. It's like, how is that possible? Well, this is what makes everything so dicey in these majors, because there's so many ways you can go. You can go stars and scrubs. You can go super balanced. But guy jumps out to me early, man. We just talked about it, Scotty Scheffler, and 9,200. It's insane. I think you'll get him at lower ownership too, because people hate riding wins for some reason, because it's just the natural. But I don't. I think he's coming in high, and now he's coming into a tournament that means more. Why not roll with Scotty again? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, six top tens already this year. Last 3 starts, 1-7-1, 20-25.
How does he do it, man? He's freaking awesome, isn't he? He's just
unbelievable.
Yeah, he's really.
He's got a really good attitude when he's out there. He doesn't get like too high, too low on himself. He just stays that medium line. Love that by him.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't tell if he was winning or if he's in dead last, which is it's ideal.
Yeah,
you need that. You need that to be that elite, You need to kind of just be like stoic and just like not freaking out all the time. But, getting into pricing, like another guy I think that's like just kind of stupid low this week, like Matt Fitzpatrick being 7,700. And like this field is one of the strongest of the year, if not the strongest of the year, to be honest, just given that it's like the winner gets like 3.6 mil this week. Like the money's stupid here. So you get the best guys in the world, obviously. Like Matty Fitz, 6 for 6 cuts, 3 top tens with that, and like coming off a T9 last week, I want to say, like last 3 starts 9, 10, 6, and you're gonna tell me that's 7,700? Like hammer, like all day getting that in. Like gotta have that in a lineup.
It's everywhere, man.
Especially with how expensive the top dogs are. Like, give me that all day.
Yeah, a lot of different lineups this week, especially when you look down the $7,000 range, and you can get some reasonable guys for a great price. Like, I couldn't believe seeing Mark Leishman down there at 7,500. Abe Answer,
Sure.
like Matty Fitz, right above that. Terrell Hatton at 78. I love that.
He's been playing good. He's
really good. Yeah.
I mean,
Gary
how good does Chris Kirk have to play to not be 7,000?
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean,
how good do you want him to play? I mean, if you don't have exposure to Chris Kirk, I don't know what you're doing. Like T5, T7 at 7,000. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The guy hits irons beautifully, and if he didn't miss like every single putt on Sunday on whatever week ago it was, he probably would have won. He probably would have won. Yeah, and Honda. Yeah.
I mean, Paul, your boy's salary this week starts with a 6. I mean, they're doing Mito dirty this week at 6,700.
Oh my God, are they really? I haven't even reviewed any of that.
Mito 6,700. I saw that.
Dude, we could keep going. The pride of Boston. Play Keegan. Keegan bank account top 40. You want 21st? I got you. Stop. Like again, Paul. He's a good golfer. Why? Yeah. I feel like Boston people hate Keegan Bradley. Is that true?
He's from Vermont, so maybe Boston guys don't like him, but Vermont guys do.
I was talking about Boston.
I think Boston guys give him a little shade because he claims to be a Boston guy when he's from Vermont.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
There's a difference.
Well, fuck them too, and I want Keegan again. I want Keegan again this week. I love Keegan. I'll be all over.
I like his price. He did well.
Sneaky
if
Russell
you're under
Henley
7K.
this week.
Yep.
Russell Henley coming in at.
I thought you were going to say Russell Knox because I love him too.
I don't mind him at all.
I know that's your
74.
Oh, I got a guy, 6,500, and I'll give you his recent, not course history, but his recent history in the last few events. Bo Hostler, 6,500. Back to the Genesis where he was tied 48th. Honda Classic tied 16, and then top 20 last week. Tough course. I like Bo at 65. Put him in your lineup and then go up and get a Rom, something like that.
I love that.
Rom's going to do it eventually. I'm going to keep plugging him every week until it happens. I don't know when, but it's gonna.
He didn't particularly stick out this week to me, but because of last week, he didn't finish quite well. He just floated around even par, I think, all week. I don't even know where he finished. I didn't even hear anything of him, but could have probably sneaked out a top 30, top 20.
I was looking at Martin Laird too. Martin Laird is another Florida killer. And he's an old bastard, but he gets it around in these Florida courses, man. He does good. And TJ Bo Hostler, big country boy.
I like that. I love him.
I love Bo Hostler
all day.
I do like.
I love watching Bo Hostler play golf, man. This big, clunky dude just goes out there and friggin' pounds it.
Take that visor off the 17th green while you're
can't wait for crawfish after this round. Like it's big LSU bastard. Yeah.
What do we got? We're finding these diamonds in the rough. Looking at these top, let's call it 7 guys. Who are you off of this week? Rahm, Rory, Morikawa, JT, Hovland, Cantlay, DJ. Which one of those guys sticks out as like, I don't know if you're worth for 10K?
DJ just got off a bachelor party, I believe. Right?
Oh, that's even more of a reason to hammer him.
He might be so drunk. He might be fucking firing out there.
Yeah, he's a little bit younger. I don't know. I might like that.
Yeah, he's crushed this event over the years. I'm kind of okay with all of them, really. I don't really see an issue with anybody until Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth is no for me today. And I know TJ, you like him, but no, I'm fine with every other player above him. Honestly,
I like his price though.
But the thing with Jordan is
because he sucks.
I like the next 4 guys below him way better than him this week.
Absolutely.
I love Willie Z.
Burger under 9K.
Louis and Koepka way more than I like Spieth this week.
Yeah.
I saw Spieth. It was like plus.
Got to hit fairways at this course.
30,000 for Spieth to win, and I was like, yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I love the value.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
that's a little.
Yeah, I guess
he was plus what to win?
was like plus 30,000 or something like
yeah,
that.
so 30 to 1.
Plus,
Crazy.
Yeah,
or plus
30 to 1.
30 to 1.
Plus 30,000.
Because
So-
like I love a little sprinkle on that with Jordan, just because like those you're never gonna get him at those odds at many tournaments.
No.
But I'm just not paying 9K for him.
Yeah, I love Brooks too in terms of just a little sprinkle there.
Yeah, little sprink.
So like nobody in the top 7 really is somebody that I'm like, they click
like,
up.
I don't really like DJ. He hasn't done shit in like 8
And
months.
Rory's
man, heartbreaking.
He just does it every single week. I think an auto bet is if Rory's playing good and he makes the cut, just take whoever is playing him in his Sunday matchup. Like take his Sunday matchup, whoever is against Rory. It really has been foolproof, and it's a shame because we're huge fans of him. But man, I mean,
it's just tough with him though, because like as painful as it can look on TV. Like his 7 starts this year.
He's been hooping, dude.
4th, 1st, 18th, 12th, 3rd, 10th, 13th.
Yeah.
Like, like
why is it so painful? Because he always shoots like 65 one round. That's why.
Exactly. Because
he's just so nasty. Yeah. He's so good.
The range of his scores is a little scary. He'll have a 63 and a 71, and then like throw you through a loop.
His ceiling is the highest of any player in the field, but his floor is down. His floor is also toward the bottom, also. So his spectrum is massive, and it's a coin flip if you want to play him. You could see it. When I texted you guys on the API after the first round, and I was like, maybe it's time to take Rory live. Like maybe he's finding it, but then he goes 76 on the weekend, and he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I do think, I think this time last year, he was not top 15 ever. So as much as I don't think this is the week for him, I love him come, in the next 3 months as the majors get going.
When the Open comes around, that's...
St. Andrews, I mean, Jesus Christ.
St. Andrews is going to be okay. So, if he can't do it now, he's never doing it. So, holy shit.
Paulie, what do you got? You got any salaries popping out at you?
Not really, no. I mean, again, I'm with you guys with staying away from Rory and DJ. I'm not feeling them. I mean, I'm really not feeling JT this week either. I don't know how well defending. I don't know. I haven't run the numbers to see how defending champs do in this tournament, but I feel like there's just so much going on with him this week, and he's going to do all this extra media, and I don't know. He's not going to be 100% there, I don't think. Well, he will be, but his game, I think he's
got
to suffer a little bit,
right? I mean, it's fifth major in a lot of different ways. Part of the reason why it's so hard to defend at a major is because as a defending champ, you get so much extra media shit that week of that, regardless of actually just how hard it is to win. Period. Then you add that on top of it. It's
he also hasn't played since the Genesis, which was what, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago,
which tells me he's just gearing up to
for this run.
Play here, play the match play Augusta, and then I think they all just got burnt. The majors are so condensed now. You don't have time to take stuff off in between majors anymore, and also play the week before a major anymore. So it's just the Florida swing is getting just crucified schedule wise, where it's everybody's just dropping out of these tournaments that normally were staples. The Honda Classic field used to have Tiger, Rory, all these dudes.
That tournament
now, that's obviously a whole other conversation. But
I know. A guy who I'm looking at though, Fontaine, and I'm curious your thoughts here. But if you're looking just from a DraftKings perspective, anytime you can get one of the top players in the world in Patrick Cantlay under 10,000. I mean, he would, from purely a DraftKings perspective, his ownership will be so low in relative to how good he is as a player.
I agree. I mean, he's 5 for 5 of 4 top 10s this year with cuts made and everything. And this course we were talking about before, this course doesn't favor one thing versus another. It's about just a complete, well-rounded game, right? He doesn't drive it crazy long, but he drives it long enough. He drives it super
hits
straight.
all the fairways.
Irons are super solid. Putts the shit out of the ball. He kind of checks the boxes for sure. And I think it's just the fact of he hasn't played in a few weeks.
I'm curious to how he does in weather too, because I feel like he's kind of the guy who's he's like fucking army disciplined out there. So it's like he'll do what it takes, and he can hit any shot. He's just I feel like a super well-rounded player.
Agreed.
Coming into a well-rounded course. I don't know.
I agree, and I think you bring up a good point with the weather there too. And we'll hit this and then get into our bank account play soon. But like, you got to also take into consideration on these expensive guys. Like, if the weather sucks, like who's gonna hit the eject button? Like who's gonna be like, fuck it, I don't want to be out here. Like JT, I don't see him grinding through the rain. Like DJ, Rory, like those are guys that I just feel like the conditions get brutal out there. Like they're just gonna be like, fuck this, like I don't know, like they just when I think of guys that like complain about course conditions a lot, and it's like imagine it raining and windy 40 miles an hour at you, and then having to hit golf shots. Like it can only imagine how much you're gonna complain then. And if you're in that mindset, you got no chance of grinding it out through 9 holes of shit weather you're gonna get at least this week, and shooting even par in that 9 holes versus shooting a 40 and then you're out of the tournament. Like. So that's another thing, especially as you're picking, when we get our bank account plays here or even your DFS lineups. If you're spending a lot of money on a guy, you got to also consider the fact that like at least one day this week, probably 2 to 3 days this week, there's going to be a shit ton of wind and probably rain too, depending on like their like early, late, whatever they get out of the gates for Thursday, Friday. But like probably rain 2 days and wind 3, if not 4 days. Like who's going to mentally just like deal with that, and who's going to be like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Like there's just another layer this week among the many. Among the many.
A lot going on this week. This week's going to be a battle. If there's ever a week to make, like, I know there are a lot of people who stick to like one lineup. If there was a week to make multiple, this is the week, because if you make 5 lineups, realistically 3 of them will have at least one player who does exactly what you just said and says, fuck this. So you got to get exposure to the field here. You just have to.
Like I look at a guy like Cam Smith and Berger. Like they're obviously not that top 5, top 10 tier guys, but those guys are dogs. Like
I love Berger.
It's tough out there. Like they don't give a fuck. Like they're gonna grind it out. They play well in the wind. Like gritty around the greens. They grind out pars. Like whatever it is. Like I get a different vibe from them. Maybe that's just my perspective, and I just see things a little weirdly than the reality. But like I don't see Cam Smith ejecting if it gets a little rainy.
Hey, and you know who you like on that theme, Fontaine? Your boy Sammy Burns, man, can play when it's tough out there.
Yep.
He's got some balls on him too, for sure.
He does.
And he's cheap and been playing good this year.
7,900.
He played really good in that final round of that API when it was brutal out there. I mean, those greens were like, that was like hitting it off a driveway. Like the ball just exploded. I forgot who hit. I think it was, Billy Horschel hit the best like 5-iron I've ever seen on that par 3, and it just flew the green because it was so firm, like right in the front in that final round. Yeah. Burns, he looked really good. So well, let's get into it. Yeah.
I don't hate my guy Max with difficult conditions either. Homo usually plays good.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's been balling
Without
too.
further ado, though, bank account plays of the week. Like Prev was saying, 4 for 8 last week. I'm still struggling to find the fucking middle here, but confident this week. Boys, who wants to kick us off for Players Week or bank account plays?
Man.
Let's do it. I'll do it. All right, here we go. I got Adam Scott, top 20, plus 150. And I got Tommy Fleetwood, top 40, plus 110.
Ooh.
Good odds on Fleetwood for sure. Yeah, really good odds there.
I love the Adam Scott play.
Thank you.
Yeah, he'll be low on this week too, for sure.
He's done well.
Super well-rounded. Definitely.
He's sneaky. Like one of the best putters on tour right now too.
Yeah. He's got that fucking broomstick working lately.
Yeah. The sweeper's working for old Adam.
Sneaky climbing up strokes gained putting.
Yeah. Is he? I actually had noticed that. I'll take a look at that. Good for old Adam. You want it, Paulie? I'm in between 2 right now.
All right. No, nothing special this week, really.
Nothing special.
I got a couple top 20s going with Russell Henley. That's plus 280 I got. And Tom Hoagie, plus 375.
Hoagie.
And both of them. And then I did sprinkle Henley to win and Berger to win. Henley's 60 to 1 and Berger's 25 to 1.
Single stacks.
And yep. Nothing special this week. And I did check the weather situation. It seems like wind is going to be low in the morning and escalating throughout the day Thursday.
Come on.
So I got first round leaders: Sam Burns 45 to 1. Finau 50 to 1.
Big Tone.
And Sergio Garcia 50 to 1.
Oh God! If Sergio's the first round leader, I'm ejecting myself from this.
Sergio, though, he's but that's the thing, though. You want Sergio's the kind of golfer you want, like the good images. Yeah, he's got good images in his head when he comes here.
Yeah, he shoots 68.
Right, so I could see him on a Thursday, like hooping.
Conditions go fuck around in the afternoon.
Yeah,
yeah.
All right. Paulie, I'm tailing Sam Burr. I might tail all those, so definitely we'll definitely talk about that off screen here. But I got two. Well, I got like a 1A and a 1B play, and then my other play. Alex Noren top 40 plus 120. Yeah, love him.
Yep,
dude's been hooping. Another great play on DraftKings 7,000. Been playing great golf all year. Big fan of old Alex this year. 1A, 1B, Cantley and Berger top 20 plus 175 for Berger top 20, which I thought was disgusting.
I agree with that.
That's disgusting. I really truly think that's horrible. And Patrick Cantley, who I that was my original one, but I caught Berger on that plus 175, so I had to add him. So Cantley plus 100 top 20 also.
I like it. I like those plays a lot. I haven't heard a bad one yet. No head scratchers yet. We're gonna try to just fucking simplify this week. I'm just gonna pick the good players. I'm not gonna do too much research. Because of that, Colin Morikawa, top 10, stamp that shit. Colin Morikawa, sprinkle play to win too. No triple Berger play because he doesn't have that good of a last name to do anything creative like that. But hammer Morikawa every fucking way I can this week. He's just too good not to. And I also just Brooks plus 200 to be a top 20. I just feel like that's a shit ton. That's a lot of value for a top 20 out of Brooks when he's shown some form this year. He was there at Waste Management, didn't play great at Honda, but still top 20. I feel like he also he loves tough conditions, right? He guy wins U.S. Opens. If it gets tough out there, nobody grinds better than him at elite level kind of tournaments and things of that nature. So
love that.
Brooks top 20 plus 200 and Morikawa top 10 was plus 180. Yeah, plus 180, and then the sprinkle 16 to 1 on end to win too. Just picking the good players. We're getting back to it.
Paulie, they added a new section on DK. So not only first round leader, okay, top 5 after first round, which is diabolical, right?
Oh,
every day.
Will Zalatoris plus 900, top 5 after round 1. 10 to win 90 on that seems decently reasonable.
If that fucking option existed last year and you hit you bet Jordan 6-7 weeks in a row after this week, you would have hit all of them.
I'm looking
up that
so I know
Matt players and
living in Bora Bora.
If you want any, we got the list. Who'd you say involved? Oh, Burnsy, right? You said Burns?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing both.
They have a top 20 parlay too, top 5 parlay.
They got a lot.
You can't parlay top 20s, unfortunately.
No, you can't. They have a certain segment for you get to.
Really?
It's pre-made, right?
It's preset.
Ron, Thomas, McIlroy, and Morikawa all top 20. So
that's just
plus
DraftKings does those to try to make you lose. How hard it would be for 4 of them to fit in there like that.
Oh.
It's
for
nice.
Dead heat
cool
reduction.
That they have that. Yeah, dead heat reduction. That shit's fucking crazy. Yeah. I have Bezaden who top 20 comes in 20th. How do I lose more than 50% of my money on that, which I find insanity.
Yeah.
I put in $20 on that and got 9 back. It's what?
What?
That seems a little fucking nuts.
Alrighty, fellas.
All right.
I think that wraps our bank account plays of the week. I'm excited for the players. I love that we got some elements out there. Get these guys. Sam Burns,
Paul, 1,200.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful
top 5
number.
after round 1. Paul,
Yep.
plus 1,200.
Yeah, I love that.
Unbelievable.
I love
it. All right, fellas, excited for players. Let's get these bank account plays above 500 this week. I'm getting fucking back on the wagon here. I'm getting a win under my belt. I think Colin Morikawa might win by 8.
He might. He definitely might. That's an opportunity. If you don't have exposure to Colin Morikawa, you gotta.
What's the coverage of this situation on Thursday? Sorry.
I think. I mean, there's a shit ton of feature groups. I would think they go through ESPN Plus still. Like
ESPN Plus, I think.
There was something about them filming every shot. I was reading.
I think that's through Peacock Premium or something that they're gonna do.
Peacock.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
Okay, cool.
That's my Thursday morning. Try to figure out what the fuck goes on project.
Yeah,
6:45.
Yeah,
we got coverage 6:45 to 12 on ESPN Plus, and then it switches over to Golf Channel 12 to 6 for I would assume a full broadcast. So that's beautiful.
Bingo.
We can
Lock
watch
it in.
chaos in the
TVs
afternoon.
Early Thursday.
Early.
Yeah, let's get it.
Early.
Let's get it.
All right, fellas. Cheers. Cheers to Players Week.
Let's go, baby.
Cheers.